What's up, YouTube? This is Strident, and I am coming to you with a little video about Devil May Cry, the new iteration, DMC. I love how everything is an abbreviation these days. But contrary to what you guys might be thinking, I'm not here to rip on it. Nope, not at all. I actually am here to defend it. It's kind of strange to me that a company like Ninja Theory, who, like, you can see they're superb storytellers, they understand combat, they even understand cinema a little bit better, shit, a lot better than Capcom. They get a hold of this franchise that's loved by so many people, including me, and after Devil May Cry 4, everybody bitches that they still want that same sorry-ass storytelling, that lopsided character design where it's all anime-inspired, the story is lame, and as a cop-out, they put Dante in the game just so that fanboys like all of you that complain about this design would shut up. It surprises me that you guys all complain when another company that won't do that kind of shit gets a hold of this franchise. I think this is where a lot of fanboys have a huge issue, and the issue is with change. Sometimes a little change, especially cosmetic change, is a good thing. Look at Mortal Kombat. The fanboys didn't complain because they had been wanting Mortal Kombat for so long, and now they finally got one. But it didn't come back the same way that it was beforehand. It had a little bit of change to it. But regardless, you guys got your Mortal Kombat, and everyone's happy because you were appeased. Some characters came back and the designs weren't really changed much, but because you got what you wanted, you guys were happy. But you ignore the fact that there were big changes made, and they were for the better. So in this case, Devil May Cry was not a perfect game, because a game has several elements to make it a complete package. Those elements would be the design, which definitely hinges on gameplay, the story, and the accessibility. You know, and then lastly, which actually should be the first thing, but fun factor. Do all those things come together to make the game fun, you know? Does the story make sense? Is it engaging? Are the controls, you know, simple or complex enough or deep enough for all levels of, you know, all skill levels? Is the story, I don't know, compelling to keep you playing for long enough? You know, does the game look inviting to you? Does it, you know, since nowadays games are like movies, is the art direction solid? You know what I mean? And in this case, everything I've seen is solid. Yes, the design, at first, it feels like emo, Twilight-esque, you know, revision. But, you know, I wasn't happy with the design 100% at first. I was like, wow, of all the ways you could have cut this man's hair, you did that. But once again, the overall thing is the haircut, the hairstyle, and the fact that it's black and not white. It's cosmetic. I hate the fact that everybody got up in arms because they made Dante more real world. Yes, if he existed, this is probably what he would look like, because he couldn't walk around with white hair. It would just give away something. People would be looking at him and draw attention to him. Who says he wants all the attention to be on him all the time, or who says he always was like that? Realistically, if you were half human, half demon, we live in a world where, and I'm going to use this example because you fanboys, you love anime so much, but you forget that racism is a huge issue. If you went to Japan, especially the white fanboys, if you went to Japan, they would treat you like shit because you're not the exact image of Europeans that they love. You know what I mean? You're not that European white person. You know? You're not the skinny, blonde-haired, blue-eyed white person. And God forbid you're black. You get shat on. Even though Japan has a huge hip-hop scene and the young people love hip-hop so much that they want to be like us in so many different ways. So, God forbid they put the racism aspect in the story, showing you that in real life you can't walk around looking all what is this, Shinjuku fashion style, or all emo and all anime and shit, because that shit doesn't fly everywhere. So I give them props for this design because they made a world. Also, everyone forgets, Devil May Cry's stories were all garbage. Except for the first one. The first one made sense because how you got to where the story took place, it happens in the beginning of the game, and then you play through all the rest of it, and it holds together well. Devil May Cry 2, not so much. Devil May Cry 3, even less so. The world had no people in it. The only people in the world were the people that you fight with or fight against, and that's it. There were like 4 characters. What was it? You, Lady, Virgil, and freaking Arkham. That's it. What happened to Trish? So these stories are not deep and well told. So now you got Ninja Theory. They're going to tell this story properly. They're going to give you a complete story. I think it's a complete revision. You know, like, fuck what you heard. This is how it really happened. I feel like more people, and I see it every now and then in the comments, more people need to come to the defense of these kind of things, because you young fanboys that just sop up anything halfway anime looking, you're not helping perpetuate the games as a medium, a respectable medium. You guys buy shit like Dead or Alive. Dead or Alive is not a good game. Dead or Alive has bouncing boobs and a couple characters that, you know, they're kind of badass. But it's not a good game. Bouncing boobs does not a good game make. But you guys all love that shit, so you buy it. You always, your likes all hinge on like one thing, you know? You all buy Call of Duty because there's always a new one, and they're really flashy looking games with minimal skill involved in the gameplay. Minimal skill. It plays like any other first-person shooter. There is not one single defining factor in that game that separates it from everything else as far as gameplay goes. You know, no cover system. There's no like up-close melees. Nothing. Like, or cinematic melees. I mean, nothing. And you guys sop it up. Same shit every time with a facelift, and you guys sop it up. Now somebody is trying to take this shit and innovate it and bring it into a new, you know, a new era. Change the design a little bit, you know, tweak it so that it's a complete package, and you all bitch and moan and complain and got your panties all up in a bunch. Get up and take a walk, come back, think about it, and then just wait for the game to come out and see if it's garbage. We got enough shitty games coming out as it is, where the art design, the art direction is just horrible. I mean, in a world where we have Metal Gear, how can you make shitty games? Do you see the art direction in every Metal Gear? I mean, as long as Hideo Kojima is alive and exists and makes games, everyone should strive to have the quality that his games have. I'm not talking about story, because yeah, Metal Gear is convoluted. There's a lot of information and a lot of plot twists and shit, but the quality of those games is undeniable. And we have a company like Ninja Theory that is actually trying to, you know, stop just making games that are fun to play and make games that are fun to play and fun to like watch unfold in front of you. You know, they really are making you feel like you're playing a movie. Heavenly Sword was an awesome game, regardless of the length. It was an awesome fucking game, regardless of the fact that she had something with with chains connected to it, and you all had to hearken it to God of War because of the chains and because of the QTEs, even though the gameplay is so different. But, you know, whatever. I'm not going to get into that part. What I am getting into is less hatred for something that's different and more acceptance. You know, you would think in the gaming community, gamers are hated on by everybody else because you hear shit like, all you do is play video games. Go out and get a girlfriend, you know, go hang out with people and blah, blah, blah. So because you're different, people shit on you all day long. But then you guys are so fucking elitist that every time something new pops up, you guys do the exact same shit to that new thing. There needs to be some type of maturity here. You don't like it when it's done to you, but it's okay if you do it to everybody else? I mean, seriously, that's not a good way to live your life. So, anyway, I have complete faith in Ninja Theory. They haven't really made a bad game. I mean, a lot of people felt different ways about Enslaved. A lot of people felt different ways about Heavenly Sword. but both of those games were fucking awesome games. So I'm anxious to see what they're going to do with this and how they're going to tweak it and make it a better full-fledged franchise with a complete story, with complete characters, not just anime caricatures. And yes, I know Dante looks kind of like their the director, Ninja Theory's game director, what's his name? Something Antoinades. Yes, he looks just like him. It's kind of funny, or like a skinny version of him. But give this shit a chance. Stop dissing things just based on the first glance. All right. Anyway, stay tuned for more reviews. I just felt I needed to get that shit out because it is aggravating to see some of these comments, and I know you're gonna do it anyway. But you know, hopefully a couple people paid attention and actually will see what, you know, others are saying, and, you know, think twice before you just completely shit on it, you know? So anyway, I'm out. Peace.